Okay. You wonder why Donald Trump exists? It's not because of Republicans. It's because of Democrats. Democrats created Trump. And why did they create Trump? And how did they create Trump? Let me tell you how first. Every time you have an issue, the Democrats go partisan. And then they make claims about Republicans. And then what it does, it gets Republicans so angry and hostile. For 50 years since the Civil Rights Act, Democrats have said all Republicans are racist. All Republicans are racist. You know what? They're all racist Republicans. There are some racist Republicans, but there are some racist Democrats too. The fact that you say all makes people that are not racist, that are Republican, upset, angry, and guess what? They have to look to someone who's going to step up and say and tell you guys off. Okay? Now let's look at the Flint crisis. The Flint crisis was caused before the Flint River. It was caused because taxes were so high, the local government, crime was so high, it basically, corporations and people started leaving the city because the local government was mismanaging the money and raising taxes and forcing people to pay benefits that corporations could not, afford. I mean, crime was really high. Then Snyder appointed the EM, an emergency manager, to save the city. Okay, the emergency manager messed up. The emergency manager signed off to use the Flint River without doing a test himself. But he was advised by the ex-mayor, Walling, who knew that there had to be anti-corrosive chemicals. Here was a 2011 report that said phosphates were required for the Flint River. Phosphates is anti-corrosive chemicals. Why didn't this ex-mayor tell the EM when he advised Darrell to use the Flint River as a primary source? Why didn't he do that? And then he didn't even push to reconnect until after he gained power. After he gained power. Which, before he gained back his power, he was telling the EM, do not reconnect to Detroit. We don't need to reconnect to Detroit. His administration and him were telling the people directly the water was fine. It was good. Oh, no problem. That's what Walling, the ex-mayor Walling, was doing. But nobody's going to hold him accountable because he's a Democrat. And Democrats get to do whatever they want. So they could put the blame on Snyder, who knew very little about what was going on. And yes, his staff knew, his agencies knew, but they kept it from him. And he has testified to Congress exactly the truth. He knew very little. And that was, his staff should be held accountable. His agencies should be held accountable. But he was not knowledgeable about anything, really. He knew very little. But no, the Democrats are picking on. They're not picking on the emergency manager who made the decision. They're not picking on the ex-mayor who advised the decisions. They're not picking on the state agency who lied to the governor and who lied to the EPA about the water being fine. They're not picking on the EPA who knew about the crisis before and never took any action because they said it was a preliminary note. But No, because they don't want to pick on Democrats. And they don't want to pick on the state agency because they just want to blame Snyder. Even though the state agency was Republicans, but they're going to let them get by because it's not Snyder. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's all about trying to get a Democrat governor in office. That's what it's all about. They're playing politician to try to get. They're using the tragedy of children dying for the purpose of getting a Democrat governor in office. That is what they're doing. And that makes the Republicans angry, makes them angry. And there's many different issues. Democrats will always blame the Republicans and always put it on the Republicans, even when they did the wrong. That makes upset. It makes them angry. It makes us want to look to somebody to tell you guys off. To tell you Democrats off. And you know what? It's going to continue. And even people that don't believe in the Muslim ban that Donald Trump says, or people who support, or Republicans who support immigration reform, continually they're going to go towards Trump. And the reason why is because you keep attacking us. You keep blaming us. You don't ever take the blame for the things that you guys cause. All because it's a partisan game. So keep continually attacking us, because that's just going to put more support for Donald Trump. And yes, that still makes Hillary probably win, because she's going to get the minority vote if Trump is the nominee. But at least we had someone to stand up and tell you guys to shut up and listen. And that's why the media is always on Trump, because he's the only one stepping up, saying something to you Democrats. So that is why Trump is on the rise in the Republican nomination. That is why people are continually trying to support him. It's because you Democrats are attacking and attacking and attacking and attacking. Every time you attack Republicans, it makes the Republican go towards Trump. So keep doing it, because you're just getting more people angry. Thank you. Bye.